Cold and great. I bought this for my girlfriend as a medium-level gaming build. It's paired with a MSI B350 motherboard, 8GB of DDR4 Corsair RAM, and a EVGA GTX 1066GB GPU. For gaming at 60 HRTZ 1080p, his build works great. After a BIOS update, this could easily be upgraded if she decides she wants to. Pros: really good for gaming, and some multitasking, has plenty of room for upgrading, and the stock air cooler works great if you don't plan on overclocking. Cons: for the price to performance, I really should have spent T. AMD is officially back. Love this CPU. I am getting great gaming performance from this CPU with 4 cores 8 threads. That's all I need to game and be entertained. Great bang for the buck, no lie. Thanks, and great CPU. Absolutely love it, especially the fact that it was only $130 when I got it. Black Friday gaming is excellent. It won't be the highest frame rate, but there is no stuttering at all in my games, and that's worth it. 10 out of 10. The Ryzen 5 1500X processor is very powerful for its price and TDP. Upgrading from my old PC was night and day difference, and the 4 cores 8 threads will assure my PC a longer lifespan as programs get more advanced and demanding. The only problem I encountered was with the platform in general. I was unable to even use my PC for the first month and a half due to blue screening and bad drivers, BIOS versions. To be honest, it was a nightmare, but after replacing all of my parts other than working ones, finally replacing the SSD and installing Windows 10 via USB did the trick, and it has appeared to work great ever since. Anyways, here is my simple list of pros and cons. Pros: 1. Good bang for the buck, $189 here or $169 sometimes on eBay for 4 solid cores and 8 threads. 2. Very power efficient compared to the AMD FX CPUs with a TDP of 65W3. I haven't personally tried it yet, but this CPU has a pretty effective overclock. 4. The stock cooler is actually really good. My temps have never reached really hot temps even when gaming. Also, the cooler matches my black-silver themed build quite well, surprisingly. Cons: not really the CPU's fault. 1. The platform has a fairly rough beginning as memory support is sketchy and early versions of Windows 10 can prevent it from working. Solution: check your motherboard RAM compatibility and install the latest Windows 10 via USB. Because this issue isn't on the CPU exclusively, I will still confident. I wanted to give my aging gaming PC some new life, but I was on a tight budget. Picked this CPU up for a whopping $134, and don't regret it one bit. Paired the Ryzen 5 1500X with the Asus ROG Strix B350F and the included Wraith Spire. Installing the heatsink fan was a bit fidgety in terms to balancing, but the mounting mechanism is easy to work with. Running stock speeds, the CPU idles around 35C, topping out around 55C after some Battlefield 4 or Division. It routinely does an all-core boost from 3.5 GHz up to 3.8 GHz, and is virtually silent when doing so. Not really interested in overclocking, so I can't comment on my Silicon Lottery results. Compared to my old i7-930 at 2.93 GHz, which idled at 49C and topped 75C after gaming and sounded like a small jet engine with the Cooler Master Hyper D92, this Ryzen is a breath of fresh air. Intel may still have the advantage in IPC and overall single-core clock speeds, but the gap is narrowing. Finally upgraded my CPU. Coming from an old phenom, this thing screams for the money. Photo as her Octa 3. 8 GHz damn near as fast as the i7-6700K that costs $320. Woohoo, quiet so far. This thing along with the rest of my build was fun. A little worried with the fan screws, but it all started and checks out. AMD Ryzen 5 1500X MSI Mini ATX B350 Gaming Pro. Ballistic Sport 8GB, another stick next payday. GTX 980 Thermaltake Mini ATX case. Old Corsair 750 PSU. 120. Click link in description for more reviews.